Hi Presley, welcome to our virtual lesson. Today we're going to start in our primer book for Piano Adventures, and then we're going to move into our lesson book here. So turn to page 38 for me, and we're going to start with Driving in the G Clef today. That's where we'll be with our book, and then I'm gonna turn the camera around for a sec, and we'll just do like a quick little warm up here. Here we go. All right, and for driving in the G clef here, this one, we're going to start with 1 in our right hand on C, and then 5 in our right hand on G. And look, throughout this whole song here, we're going to stay in our right hand. So our left hand is just going to take a little bit of a break here. So let's start with our right hand on just a 5-finger pattern. That's C major. 5-finger pattern that we know and love. We'll start C, D, E, F, G. Back down. G, F, E, D, C. See that? So our 5-finger pattern shows us where each of our fingers are going to be for these notes, and we're just using 1 and 5 for this song. So let's start it together. We'll take it very slow. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and C and G, 2 and 4 and 4 and 2, 1, 2 and 5, 5, 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2, both together, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. So let's move on now, and let's bring our left hand out. So we have our right hand that had just played, and now we're going to do our left hand. We're going to do something else just a little bit different here. We're just going to go 5, 5 with our left hand on C, and then 1 on G, and we'll go. And then both together. 3, 4. So let's try it together. We'll go C, G, C, G, and then both together. 2, 3, 4. Once more, one time together, we'll go 3, 4, and C, G, C, G, both together. Nice. Awesome. So now let's move on here to Best Friends. We're going to use both of our hands here. And if you've already played this song before, which I think you have here, it's okay. This one's just going to be a bit of a review. So we start with 3rd finger on C in our left hand. So this is 3rd finger on C. And then our right hand goes to 3rd finger on G, right? So 3rd finger C, 3rd finger G. So those are the 2 same notes that we did in our last song here, but we're playing them in different spots of our hands, right? Different fingers. So 3C, 3 on G. And so left hand will go 1, 2, and then right hand will go 3, 4, and then this here means we're going to play both together. See how they're stacked one on top of each other? That means both of those notes come at the same time in the music. So the first 2 measures of this song go like this, and try and play along. We'll go 3, 4, C, C, G, 4, and both together, 4, and nice. All right, so Now we're going to look at the next part. We go C, C, G, G in our right hand, and then back to C. Not playing both together this time, just C in the left hand. But it's the same pattern of quarter, quarter, half note. So let's try this from measure 5 now. And I'm going to play along with you here. We're skipping ahead to measure 5. We're starting on this piano. Make sure we play it piano, which means very soft, right? So C on measure 5 with third finger, playing piano. Third finger on G again with our right hand, also piano. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, so now let's move on, and we'll actually do a quick little scale. So this is one we worked on in a previous video lesson. This is called our C major scale. One moment. Oops. Awesome. So C major scale starts on C. Go ahead and find that note with me. And we're going to do our right hand only for right now. Right hand only. We'll do C, D, E. Do you remember what comes next? In this scale, we're going to go from C all the way to the next C. And we're going to play every note, every white key here. The pattern here, though, is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then our thumb is going to come underneath our third finger and play F. And then the rest of our fingers are going to fall down and find each note. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1. Nice. And if you need a little bit more help on that concept, the last video I did for you 2 weeks ago has that pretty in depth, but we're just going to take it a little quicker this time. We'll go 1, 2, 3, shift 1, follow the rest of your hand, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and third finger comes over, third finger, 2, 1. Nice. So let's try that in our left hand now, just as a warm-up. We'll go left hand on C, fifth finger now. Since we're starting with our left hand, we're going to do our fifth finger. That way the rest of our fingers play the next notes that go up. So we go, let me bring it down here just a little bit. Awesome. So we have C, D, E, F, G, third finger, A, B, C. Let's try that again. All right, so fifth finger on C. C, D, E, F, G, and then shift to third finger on A, 2, 1 on C, and then back down. And now we stop. We're going to shift to our thumb, and then the rest of the fingers line up. Excellent. Okay, so now that we're all warmed up, and if this came a little difficult for you, go back to the previous video and just work out some of the troublesome spots of that scale when we shift from 1, 2, 3, 1, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shift 3, 2, 1, yeah? So keep trying that out at your own pace if I'm taking it too fast in this video, or just go back to the other one. But for now, we're going to move back to our book. And we're going to go to My Invention. And this is in the Piano Adventures primer level that we were working on. My Invention, page 41. Give you a second to pull that open here, and we'll get right into it. So, pull that wire out of the way. All right, so for my invention, we're starting in the bass clef with our left hand. And this is our third finger, this one, third finger, on F here. We know it's F because it's a dot in the bass clef that lies on that line. That same line is the F line. And that's why we call the bass clef sometimes the F clef. So we start third finger on F. So find F with your left hand. Take your right hand out. We have first finger, 1 on, what's this blank? C. And this is middle C. See how I'm right under the letters of my piano? Middle C. And third finger on F. So from the beginning, this song is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. F, C, G, C, F. 3, 4. Nice, so that's the first line that we did all the way through. We're going to try it again and just break it up into parts. So the first two measures go F, and then we have our first finger, C, and then fifth finger, G. So our right hand can just stay still, right? And then we just go 1, 5 at that part right there. So we're gonna go from the beginning, F, C, G, C, and play them long. So F, C, G, C. I'm gonna do that 4 times. And nice. So once you feel comfortable doing that over and over again, then we'll add in the next measure. So right here, we have F, F, and then these two notes are stacked on top of each other. That means we're going to play C, the bottom note, and G, that top note, together at the same time in the music. So this measure here, measure 3, is going to go 3 on F, 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 and then 1 and 5 on C and G. And then nice. So I'm going to repeat these measures 4 times over here, and we're going to try it together. So if you make a mistake, don't stop, just keep going and try and catch up to my pace. If it's a little too difficult, practice it on your own first and then work it back into the video here. So we're going to start these 2 measures and we're going to play them 4 times together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got again. And 2 more times here. So F, F, C and G, F, F, together and hold. 1 more time. These 2 measures. 3, 4, and F, F, C and G, F, F, and hold. Nice. Now we're ready to move to the next measure, the next line. And look, it's the exact same as the previous line. See how we go? F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C, F, F, C, and G, F, F, C, and G, right? See, everything's the same except for the last 2 notes of each line. So now let's try this whole last line together. You ready to give it a go? We'll go 1, 2, nice and slow. We'll go F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C, F, F, C, G, F, F, F. Nice. All right, now we are going to move on here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. We're gonna skip March on D, E, F, and we're gonna review Mr. Bluebird here one more time. And so we start on our 5 On what note is this? It's the second line up, which means it is G. G you can find by finding the 3 black notes, and it's on the lefter side in the middle of them. These are the 2 middle notes between the 3 black keys. It's on the left side. That's G. So let's take it from the top. We have G, and then are we stepping down for this measure or up? Look how the notes seem to be stepping down a staircase, right? Like going downwards, one step at a time. And now this measure, something different happens. We go boop, 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 up. And then this one goes down by steps. And then this measure to here, we go the 1 step up to E. 1 step, just a little step there. Let's try this together from the top. We've got 5 on G with our right hand. And that's the only hand we'll use for this song. So 1, 2, 3, 4. G, F, E, B, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, E, 2, 3, 4. Next line. G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, G, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. So if you had trouble with that one, definitely go back and try it again. But I'm going to move on just so that we cover quite a few pieces of music here today. Next, I want to look at Frogs on Logs together. This is a very fun piece. It's going to deal with some shifting. So kind of like how we shifted in our major scale going 1, 2, 3, shift your hand to F. We're going to shift in this one as well. So first, we're going to start 2 on C. Then we're going to move. Once we play these 2 measures, we're going to hop to our second finger to D. So we got 2 on C, and we're going to play that first 2 measures. Then we're going to hop second finger to D. And the rest of your fingers are going to move with it. Sound good? So we're right here, and then we're right here, 2 on C, and then our hand shifts like a frog hopping on a log, 1 note over. Every finger moves over to the very next note, and that's D. Then, moving along, we have measure 5. We hop to our second finger to E. So we move 2 to C, 2 to D, and now 2 to E. So we start at C, and then next 2 measures we go C, and then we move to D, 2 measures, and then we move to E, second finger, and the rest of your fingers follow, just like the other ones. And that's how we shift our hands. Very easy. So let's take it from the top here. Together we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, C, D, and C, 2, 3, 4. Hop 2 to D. Shift the rest of your hand. D, D, E, E, D. 2, 3, 4. Hop 2 to E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, F and E, E. 1 on D. And then take out your left hand, 1 on C. Nice. Excellent job. So now we're going to move on to our Piano Adventures lesson book. Go ahead and take a moment to pull that book out for me. And we're going to open our books to page 10. This one is Little River, right? So when we worked on this before, we talked about legato, which means playing the notes connected, with no break in the sound. Legato, like a long flowing little river, right? And so that's how we want to picture our sound. Let's try legato here at the beginning, and we'll go C, D, E, F, G, and so on, right? So the slur here, the curved line that goes underneath these notes, is going to show us that we need to play those legato, long and smooth. So let's try that together. And it can be helpful to hold down the pedal to get a really smooth, long, flowing effect on the piano. Ready? So hold down the farthest right pedal, or if you only have one pedal, just that one. We'll go 1, 2, 1 on C, and C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, 2, and D, and E, 2, 3, wrist foot off. Nice. And now measure 5, we take our left hand out and we go 1, 2, 1 on G. We got G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, G, 2, and F, 4, and E, 2, 3, wrist float off. Nice! And so I believe we've worked on this one before, so it's kind of a little bit of a review. And now I want to try working on Sailing in the Sun together. This one on page 11. So look, if you're looking closely at the music, you'll notice we have those slurs that we had in Little River, except instead of a long one, we have a bunch of them, right? They span over 4 notes, 2 notes, or even 12 notes here, right? So that just means that whenever we see that slur, we're going to play the notes very long. All right. And let's try this together. We're going to start with 1 on, oh, let me make sure you can see it in the camera. 1 is going to be on C. 1 sec, lifting up. That might be a little easier. Yeah, so that top note is C. That's middle C with our first finger. 1 on C. And then we have 1 on the second note here is B. That's 1 step down from middle C. So look, C, B, and it's going to be our first finger. So thumb on C, thumb on B. Right? And then we go C, B, A, G, rest. C, C, 4. And then D, B, A, G, rest. D, D. Nice. So let's stop there for a moment and try that whole line one more time. So we go C, B, A, G, rest. C, C, 4, and D, B, A, G, rest. D, D, 4, and measure 5. E, C, D, E, rest. F, F, 4, and E, C, D, B, rest. C, C, 4. Now we're going to move on to measure 9 together. We have third finger on G, and we have first and third finger together on C and E. Ready? 1, 2, measure 9. G, C, and E, 2, 4, 4, and G, 4 and 2 on D and F. Again, G, D, and F, and then hold for 2 beats, and 13, E, C, D, E, rest, C, C. Excellent. Great job today. So this last song, I know we took it just a little bit fast, but if you need to, slow down the video and rewind it so that and you can even turn the sound all the way down and just watch the notes I play and follow along to my fingers while you're playing. Sound good? All right, so just as a recap, we worked on our C major scale today. We did some pages as a review in our lesson book for the primer level, and then we finished Little River today and moved on to number 11, Sailing in the Sun. Yeah, so great job today. Keep up the good work, and I will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.